You keep wondering why we are harping on about that 100,000 word limit for debut authors. My name is Gina. I'm an author, editor, publishing professional. I help you make your writing better. This is particularly within the context of science fiction and fantasy or historical fiction or other books that have already been published by authors who are established within the industry. And you're like, well, those are way over 120,000 words. What's going on? And there are a few things going on. So let's start with one. That 100,000 rule guideline is really only for debut or early career authors, and it is a guideline, not a rule. There will be debut authors who break this so-called rule, and it is again just for debut and early career authors. And that is simply because a debut author is always a financial risk. You have not proven anything. You don't have any sales. You don't have any audience to fall back on. You don't have anything that indicates you are going to make money for the publisher. The publisher is taking a financial risk on you, and so they are trying to mitigate that risk as much as possible by limiting the actual costs of putting your book out into the world, and that is with a general word count guideline. And so if you are later in your career and you do have a sales record proving that you are going to be able to move books for this publisher, that guideline disappears. They will publish the book that they think you are going to be able to turn a profit on, however long that is. This is why somebody like Brandon Sanderson or Sarah J. Maas is able to put out these 450,000 word rodent killers, because they're going to sell enough books to make that profitable. It doesn't matter how big the book is, they're going to turn a profit. Which brings me to my second point. Sarah J. Maas debuted about 15 years ago, and Brandon Sanderson was more like 25 years ago. The market has changed in that time. The costs have gone up of everything. Labor costs, physical production costs, shipping costs, everything has gone up in cost since then. And so the cost of bringing a debut to market is more expensive than it was. Expectations have changed, attention spans have changed. People used to be more likely to pick up a 400,000 word novel. People used to not have their phone in their pocket with the world's entertainment at their fingertips that comes in little 4-second bites that you don't have to think about at all. Not actually saying that judgmentally, by the way, like, hi, I'm on my phone right now, like, doing this for you all. So, like, I'm not being judgmental. I'm just saying that this is a statement of fact that attention spans have shifted and people are more likely to pick up other types of media, and a book needs to be a little bit snappier to be able to keep up with the times. Yeah, there are a bunch of books out there that break this rule because this rule only applies to certain people in certain times and hasn't always been there.